Everyone, welcome to the Chiefs C4 podcast. This is the Chiefs TeePee edition. What that is normally myself and three of my best friends get together online here in the Chiefs TeePee, and we shoot the shit, have a discussion about different things that's going on in the world, and pretty much just have a good conversation. And then what we do is transition from the conversation into some virtual trivia that we play online with each other that wasn't recorded, but I'll show you the results of that trivia tournament at the end of this video. So please enjoy this discussion that myself, Todd Stanton, Steve Morin, and Joel Myers have. Short discussion, and then after that, watch the end of the video, or I'll give you the results of the round one of our Chiefs trivia tournament. So, hope you enjoy this episode number 2. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thanks.
Welcome to the Chiefs C4 podcast, where cop, cars, and current events are the preferred topics of discussion. Kyle McPhee, aka the Chief, is a 30-year veteran detective of the Michigan State Police, an avid hot rod builder and automotive connoisseur, a Native American, and the proud father of 2 sons, both members of the U.S. Army, Michigan National Guard, 125th Infantry Regiment. This podcast is not intended for the weak at heart. Alpha males are always welcome, and honest opinions are always given. Now buckle your seatbelt. You are now entering the no snowflake zone.
All right, we got sound, we got video, and we got 4 Chiefs in the TeePee. Welcome, Chiefs C4 podcast for this quarantine Saturday in April 11th. In the TeePee tonight, let's introduce everybody. We got my man Todd Stanton, Steve Morin, and we got Joel Myers. So my best friends here. So everybody knows these guys are my drinking buddies, and we get together every once in a while and take each other's money at the poker table. And pretty competitive. I think we try to make a contest out of about just everything we do. I don't think anybody really likes to lose too much here, but we'll see later in the trivia portion of this contest here. So,
is there another way to do it?
And everybody's probably drinking a little bit here tonight since we're all isolated. So, just so everybody that ever tunes in and listens, and if that's 2 people that ever listen to this on YouTube, let's let everybody kind of know who. How long we've kind of known each other and stuff. Todd, start with you. I think you and I go back to about 2008. We met coaching football, right?
Oh, it might have been even sooner than that, wasn't it?
It may have been, yeah, because the kids are the same grade and stuff. So, yeah. So we've been hanging out, been through a lot of stuff since then. And Steve, how about you? When did we start hanging out? How long ago?
I think it was 9 or 10. I started hanging out with you guys, getting to know. I think it was 2010 when I started really getting to know you two. Trying to remember, Todd had some drinking thing back in his backyard. We did the golf and chipping game.
Yeah,
that was
right.
Like one of the very first times that we really got pretty drunk and hung out.
Right.
The Chicago trip for Kate's birthday was right about that same year.
Oh boy.
Yeah. 40th.
That was pretty epic trip. Yeah.
Was that 2010, Todd?
I don't recall. I think maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, that'll go down in history, that trip. Holy cow.
Jeez.
And then we got the great Joel Myers, the latest guest on the podcast. You did great on the podcast, Joel.
Did a little bit of bragging. I was listening to it, and I needed to tone down the bragging a little.
Nah, you did great. That's cool.
Thank you.
I think it was.
No, I appreciate you putting this together, Kyle. This is some strange times we're living, and I think we're all adjusting and making some changes. And This is fun.
Yeah. Hey,
But,
why not? You know.
yeah, and Todd, I've known Todd for 5 years. My triathlon coach and my best friend. Been with me through thick and thin. Saw me at my worst time on the driveway. And
You're just lucky Todd didn't let the coyotes eat you there.
yeah, when I tore my hamstring off, and Tony, my daughter, wanted to leave me there, give me a rifle and some bug spray, keep the coyotes out, and
Man,
wake me up in the morning. But
that was a bad injury, Joel.
yeah, but got through it and made a great friend, an awesome friend. Three great friends.
Let me just clarify for everybody. Amongst the four of us here, we got two greyhounds that do triathlons, and then me and Steve are the Clydesdale of the group, right, Steve?
We're more in the cheering section.
That's right.
Hey,
That's right.
I've seen you, Steve. You're no slouch.
I've done a little bit. I'm nowhere near year 2, but I've done a little bit.
Well, Chief went with a bike ride with me that one time. I thought he did pretty good.
Yeah, we talked. Joel and I talked about that on his episode. That you kicked my ass. I think that was at 19 miles overall. Was that what it was?
Something like that. 17, maybe.
Yeah. It wasn't good. I tell you that it wasn't good. And I'm not gonna do that again.
What I heard was it was one time.
That's right. It was a one-time deal.
No more.
Yeah.
All right, let's so now we got all the housekeeping out of the way. Let's talk about the obvious here, this whole quarantine stuff. I think a lot of people disagree with it, the way it's going. I think a lot of people are sympathetic to it. But what do you think? Having said all that, nobody's ever going to agree on all that, but after it's over, whether it be a month, 3 months, or 6 months down the road, when we're past COVID-19 quarantine, do you think the world's going to be different? Joel, what do you think?
No question about it. We're going to be more vigilant when it comes to manufacturing our own supplies, medical supplies. And as far as China goes, they're going to have to figure out what we're going to do to get back some of the money lost. But mainly, we need to be more independent and not depend on them for medical supplies, pharmaceutical goods, or anything else.
What do you think, Todd?
Well, I honestly think that Zane and I had this discussion last night, and I said that 9 months from the day that they let this ban up, there's going to be about a zillion pregnant females because these young boys have been trapped too long.
Yeah.
They got some pent up anger and frustration.
Yeah.
And then they're going to do some breeding.
Steve, how do you think life's going to change for us?
I think that anytime you have any flu or anything, going around, everything's going to be chaos for a little while because they're thinking they're going to try to treat it the same way. And they're going to try to control us as much as possible with this whole thing. And they're going to take advantage of every little situation from now on because they got away with it this time.
I mean,
for sure.
This doctor that comes on every night, Dr. Fauci, saying that people are never going to shake hands again. I mean, I don't see that. I think I think a year from now, we're going to look back on that and go, wow, that sucked. But I think things will get back to the way they were.
I think it's going to be close, but I think there's going to be different situations with the whole thing.
When we were growing up and everything, and you're watching television, and we always watched like ABC News or something, some international feed, and they'd show a third world country with just complete chaos, and people were wearing face masks. And who would have ever thought that something like that would be in the United States now? That's kind of what it is now here.
You're right.
It is.
Never would have thought it would be like that here, but I don't know. The natives are getting restless right now, Joel. I don't know how long.
They are. Some of my friends that are still police officers at Lansing said they've noticed a big change, and it's just around the corner where we're going to have some civil unrest going on.
I already see the anti-law enforcement sentiment coming out. Sentiment because whether or not they're enforcing this or not, I don't know, but. We haven't been given any direction that way, but there's people out there actively trying to jam people up for this. I don't think it's going to sit well.
No, and as a former police officer, I believe in people having their freedoms. That's what I represented, was for people to be able to go on and live their life free and safely.
Right.
I mean, for police officers, we don't like this. And I can tell you right now, if I was dispatched to a call where somebody was at their cottage and a neighbor wanted me to take enforcement, I'd have a difficult time doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would.
I mean, that's
I might take the write-up.
yeah.
I mean, I don't see the point of why Todd can't go up to his freaking cottage. For Christ's sakes, it's his house. He should be able to go up there and spend time up there. And you can't tell him that he can't go up there. I don't get it.
Especially when he's been self-isolated for 2 weeks and shows no symptoms whatsoever. He's pretty safe to say he doesn't have it.
Exactly. But if he does have it and he goes up there with his family and sits inside like he's doing it here in Potterville, who cares? I mean, Jesus, it's going to be him and his wife and kids or whatever. That's his choice.
Yeah. I mean, Joel, can you imagine? I don't even know how. That's not something that we would ever get dispatched on, even remotely close to. I wouldn't even know how to, to handle something like that. I mean, you're not gonna. That's just so off the usual law enforcement, path.
So for the record, I would go up to the individual and I'd say, "Hey, I've been dispatched here on a call. I can't tell you who called, but somebody said you're opening up your cottage. You're up here. You're not from here. I'm going to ask you politely to leave. I have to follow the governor's order. But if they told me, no, I'm not going to leave, I would let dispatch know. Subject refused to leave, 10-8.
Yeah, I mean,
that's it. End of story. It's documented on a call log, and I'm gone.
Yeah, you're not going to roll around in the dirt with people.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I we'll see. I guess some of the stuff I don't understand. I guess the picture goes up the meme of you can go to Walmart with 200 people, but you can't go out on a rowboat with yourself fishing. I mean, it doesn't.
It don't make sense.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
How is it you go to Walmart but you can't buy paint? What the fuck? If you're already at Walmart and they already got the store open, you're staying 6 feet apart from everybody else. What the hell is the big deal if you buy fucking paint?
Funny story.
I don't know what she did on this last one. I don't agree with. I mean, you can't go to a store or you can only have a couple people in a store. That's going to people actually need stuff. And
yeah, they're dictating what you can and can't buy. Yeah, it's pretty scary when they're dictating what you can and can't buy, right?
Right. I mean, we were going to go to Costco to buy a couple things, and Bree beat us there, and there was a line of 200 people outside because they only let 30 people in the store at one time. So now people are going to be sitting in line for hours just to get in to get a couple. It's like, fuck it. Go to Carl's, and I'll spend extra money just go to Carl's.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the pictures from San Antonio, the food bank lines that the rows of cars, they were lined up for miles down in Texas?
I saw one from the East Coast, and it was like a couple miles long.
Yeah.
God.
Philly or something like that. It was ridiculous.
And the sad thing of this is it's not because the economy's bad. We're not in a depression. This is a self-induced frickin' shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
And we cannot sustain this way of life. The United States of America cannot sustain this way of life. And these frickin' doctors, frickin' scientists need to learn how to chew gum and walk at the same time.
Yeah.
Complete bullshit.
What'd you say about, Joel, what's your neighbors think about all this?
Oh, they're pissed. They walk their dogs. I'm outside working in the yard, doing yard work, and I'm a very talkative person. They stop and talk to me. They're like, she's nuts. And I mean, this is people from all, beliefs and stuff. So generally people are pissed off and think she's taking it too far.
Yeah.
Hell,
well, we're just
the top 3 or 4 for vice president.
Mm-hmm.
That Well, Biden's looking at her, and I'm thinking that's
I'm
a
sorry,
mistake.
but the Democratic Party's not doing so well as far as their candidates.
No, you think?
They take her, she gets a bad rap out of this whole thing. That's going to screw them even more.
Oh yeah,
Right. And here's Bernie. We're in a socialist country right now, and he drops out. I mean, what a perfect opportunity. He's socialist, and we're socialists.
Yeah.
He's loving this stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. Him and the environmentalists.
Yeah. That's funny shit. That is too funny. All right, so let's transition to what we get this all behind us. You guys got any big plans for the summer? You got any big trips planned? Steve, what's your I suppose you guys had to alter your camping trips, huh?
We haven't yet because we haven't got to notice that because we don't go to any state campgrounds. We go to private.
Okay.
And the one in the first trip we do in May is in Frankenmuth, and they're still open. And then the one we're going to Pentwater in June for like almost 2 weeks. Right now, we haven't changed anything, so that's kind of what we're sitting at right now. We're hoping it doesn't change, and by the time it clears up, and let's say by May 1st when she releases this, we can go camping. That's what I'm hoping, but I have no idea.
Right. Yeah. Todd, you just gonna spend a lot of time up the cabin?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fishing every chance I get, and then if it comes down to where I just got to go up there regardless, I'm going up regardless.
Do it.
Just get up there in the middle of the night, maybe.
Oh yeah, I might just go up in the middle of the day, hauling my boat up. I'm giving them a reason to pull me over.
Somebody's gonna tell on you. You watch.
That's all right.
You'll hear all the way up.
That might be a hot call up there.
Hey, I never got an email from the governor. I never watched her television broadcast. I'm just going by hearsay.
Right.
I didn't get official letter or anything in the mail. I mean,
they're not going to pull you over for anything. They're not going to do it.
How is everybody supposed to know that? I mean, if you watch her news broadcast because you work an odd shift or something, I mean, unless she mails out a letter to every individual in the state of Michigan, and I never got her.
You never got the memo.
Never got the memo.
Joel, what do you got planned for the summer?
Well, I had a trip to Florida planned, canceled that last week, May 15th, Longboat Key. Had an Ironman planned, June 14th, canceled that. So I'm going to be working. So I'm going to be so far behind in my inspections that I'll be working probably until late September.
Wow. Yeah, they're stacking up, huh?
Stacking up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what we got the summer pretty much just got to get my retirement squared away and get that all done. I'm hoping to be done July 31st and then take the whole month of August off. And then I just have to show up the last day of August to finalize it. And then I'll be done.
You having a big party?
Or next year?
Huh?
This year or next year?
For this year, bud.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have invite only. And so you guys will I'll send you the date that we got picked out. We'll get the invite, but it's in September.
Nice.
We made the cut.
Yeah, you made the cut.
Sweet.
Some didn't. Those above the rank of lieutenant didn't make the cut.
Yeah, keep it real.
Yeah, we're not gonna, it's not gonna be, humongous, but we're hoping to do it out the Grand Ledge Country Club. So
Nice.
yeah, we'll see how it goes, but so I'm hoping to do that. I got some teaching in. I went to some of my classes that got canceled. They rescheduled with me using virtual classrooms. So I set up the virtual classroom here, and I've been teaching with that. So it's been going pretty good.
Good.
So, yeah. It sounds like most of the schools now have kind of invested in that whole system. I don't know how long they expect to do it, but we'll see. We'll see. What do you think, Joel? I know you rented an RV last year. What was your experience with that? Would you do it again, or would you buy one, or just rent again?
Only rent for me, because we really don't camp that much. It was a good experience. Although the first one we rented was supposed to be an 18-foot, and I think it was only a 15-foot. They included the tongue. They included the tongue. So she was a little cramped.
Wow, that would have been a small one.
Yeah, but the second one we rented was 25 foot and was perfect.
All right.
Yeah, they always include from the hitch to the friggin' bumper. That's the length.
Yep.
I've always done the length on that.
I wasn't that smart to know that.
Steve,
I
what
wouldn't have known that either.
you bought? Now, Steve, you own a good size RV. What? How many feet is that thing?
34.
Damn.
Say it again.
34 feet.
34 footer. So,
Yeah.
Are you happy with that, or do you want to go bigger?
Eventually, we're going to go bigger.
Wow.
I think we'll want to go to. Well, I mean, it might be the same length, but we'll probably end up going to a fifth wheel, which has a little bit more room in it. That's what our goal would be. But we'll keep this for a while.
All right.
It works for us because it's mostly just the two of us.
Yeah, we've looked at them and talked about it, and I don't know. We might look around and see. We'll
Chief, I got a question. This is me. I'm going to throw it out.
All right.
I've been to some of these. I drove by a lot of these parks where all these RVs are at, and they're jammed in there like sardines. Now, can you honestly say you're going to be all right being packed in there with all these?
No, that's my only reservation. Is I don't like being close to somebody like that.
Yeah, I had a bad experience my first trip because of that.
You did?
I gotta imagine that if you got into a park and then you got neighbors like the neighbors you've got now, those little yahoos ripping through everywhere, and then those kids at the park are only like 5 feet away from you versus
right
the 30 that you are
at, Joel.
Yeah, I don't know if it would work out for me though.
Ooh, I don't know.
What's that, Steve?
Steve froze up on us a little bit there. He asked where your bad experience was.
The good thing about campground, nobody touches your spot. I mean, your spots are yours, and nobody goes through them.
I'd have to ask Jody. I think it was the one near Pawpaw, and we were up in the dirt
Joel,
area.
Where was your where'd you have a bad experience at? Where was it at?
I'd have to ask Jody. I think it was near Pawpaw, but we were in dirt and it was all mud, and there were a bunch of a-holes in a tent across from us. And then another one like right next to us, and I was like, what the hell? And I was mad at my sister-in-law because I thought it sucked. But we got through it and I made the best out of it. I'm kind of picky.
Was that a state campground or a private?
Yeah, state.
Now I can see if you bought like maybe 5.
I would always suggest private.
And then you moved it on the property and just, you wanted to hang out at your property in your camper. Now that would be cool, but I ain't down for no big old campground.
Right.
Steve's right.
Yeah, Steve, your video's freezing up a little bit there. You're lagging.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I would say you stay away from state campgrounds. State campgrounds are always packed, and they're usually a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
But the private ones, you got a decent amount of people, and people that go to the private are pretty good, and they stay off your shit. They don't get on your little lot, and they have rules that they're, late at night, you got to calm down. You're going to sit by your fire all day. So we've never had a problem, with there's one campground we went to, it was real tight, and we won't go there again. We didn't know it was that tight, but everything else has always been good.
Yeah. What do you
Make
say?
sure-
Am I still freezing up?
Just a little choppy. Yeah, you're
Okay.
froze. Yep, you're froze.
Internet.
Yeah, his
I
internet,
went in the basement.
his signal must be weak there.
Yeah, I'll try somewhere else.
All right. So, yeah, so Joel, you're just gonna. Would you rent again?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. You said where did you? Was it any place around here? Or was it up north that you rented from?
The place that we rented from was, I think, Southern Michigan Camper Rentals. I sent you the information,
Yeah,
but they were really, really good there. And then there was another one that we rented up north by Tawas. They were really good. As a matter of fact, I even busted the extra stabilizer bar, and they didn't say anything about it. Didn't care.
really.
Yeah, it was on too tight. The guy put it on too tight, and it just broke when I was backing it in. But I had never pulled a trailer before,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have any trouble at all. It was pretty easy. You just gotta really look at your side mirror when you're going around corners and stuff.
Now you have the new F-150. Do you have that V6 with the turbochargers?
With the tow package, yeah.
And that pulled that trailer with no problem, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
hmm
My lease is up on my Chevrolet pretty soon, and I haven't decided what I want to do. But I'm thinking about going another direction. I'm not a big fan of the new Chevrolets. I just don't like the looks of them. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. So.
Hey, Kyle, the size that Joel had, that a normal any Silverado or F-150 will pull that no problem.
Yeah.
True.
I'm about
True.
close to being the max for like my Silverado. When it's packed down, we're going for a week. It's pretty heavy, but it will still pull it. So anything under 30 feet, anything, a normal 1,500 would be good.
Right. Yep. You probably burned some fuel with yours, huh?
Oh, it's easy 8.5 miles per gallon, baby.
Is that right?
No, I'll tell you, Kyle, on my truck, I got 14.5 miles per gallon.
Did you really?
But it's set up for towing though.
Yeah.
So it's geared a little different than some of the other trucks.
Sure. Yeah. So, well, good. Well, I don't know what We'll see we'll see what happens. If we're still in isolation in June, I guess not too many people are going to.
God, I hope not.
Oh my
Boy.
God, I'd be going
Jesus.
crazy. Man. I'll be absolutely going crazy if we're still in this in June.
Yeah.
One, I'll be broke. But two, I'll be going crazy.
Yeah.
No kidding.
How many weeks do they give you on unemployment?
Like 26.
Jeez.
But that extra 600 ends at the end of July, I believe.
Yeah. Wow. These small businesses are just going to be devastated. I don't know if they're ever going to come back.
I think they will.
I think everyone's going to get a break, and they should be able to. That'd be my gut, but who knows?
Everybody wants to get back to work, and everybody's trying to do what they try to make themselves essential in the way they can.
If by some grace of God, someone comes up with a vaccine for this thing in the near future here, Trump's going to come out shining like a rose again. I mean, they've tried to get rid of this guy on, every way they could, and now they try a biological, basically, weapon, and that didn't do it either. I think the economy would, if that happened in the near future, it'd come roaring back like a freight train, man.
Yeah,
Well,
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, people have been inside, isolated, not being able to do their favorite thing. They're going to go nuts. They're going to be going out partying, drinking, having fun, buying plane tickets, booking hotels. Shit's going to be booked up. You won't be able to probably get a flight very easily.
you're probably going to see a celebration like they did at the end of World War II. You know,
Yeah.
the war's over. The war's over. Remember the
People will be having sex, having babies.
oh man, that's crazy. So, what else has happened? What else is on your guys' mind tonight? Anything? That's pretty much all I had going on. Hey, I got my drone.
Did you?
I did. I did some flying today.
How'd it go?
It went good. It went good. We put it up. I think I went up to 300 feet, but the wind was really heavy, so I kept getting the heavy things, you know. So, but yeah, we played around with it quite a bit today, and you know, let all the neighbors know that we had a drone.
DJI makes some good stuff. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I got that Fly More package, so it came with the 3 batteries and all that. So I think it was worth it. It's a nice machine.
Oh, no doubt. And I tell you what, the software, when you get ready to start editing and mixing in titles and all kinds of different, you'll be happy with the software that comes with it too.
Yeah, I haven't done any of that yet. I downloaded the SD card a little bit to get a better look at those things, but that thing's pretty. It takes good video.
Yeah, you just go right into your phone and you can adjust everything right there. Trim it down to what size you want.
Yeah.
They've got music already there, so you can add music. Or
yeah.
You can import music of your own, which is cool too.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
How far will it go, Kyle?
What is the limits on that thing, Todd? I can't remember.
I've seen some people going 3 miles with a booster, the antenna booster. But you can probably do 2 miles and no big deal. You know, it's just
what's the max on those? What's the max altitude on those little ones?
1,644 meters.
Dang.
Yeah.
About 1,600 feet.
Pretty high.
I had it at 300 and I couldn't hardly even see it because it's so small.
Yeah. I wanted to max mine out. I figured, what the hell? I cranked it all the way up until it said no more. It even says you can't go any further.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll say max altitude achieved.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I was playing around with it a little bit. So I'm anxious to kind of master the small one here, and then eventually I want to get the bigger one. But
yeah.
They're pretty expensive.
Fly it over my house, Kyle.
I should.
You could take it from your house to my house, no problem.
Probably could.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty nervous if I can't see it. You know, if you can't see what you're doing, that was weird for me. You know, I was watching the phone and stuff when it wasn't, and I couldn't see it. It's kind of it's a weird deal.
The
Yeah.
thing about it is when you start running out further, go higher, so that way you have the signals doesn't get crossed up. If you're trying to fly it low and far, you'll lose the signal. But if it's up high enough, usually you'll have a better signal.
Okay. Yeah.
At least that's what I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my understanding, Gretchen said you couldn't fly it over 100 feet. So.
Yeah. You got the drones are in isolation too.
Gretchen's making her own rules up as she goes.
All right, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you to my guests tonight, Todd Stanton, Steve Moore, and Joel Myers. We had a great conversation there, and could have went a little bit. Probably could have went all night if we would have kept drinking. But we transitioned from our conversation into some virtual trivia that we do online, and as you see here. I took the night, took the lead on the leaderboard. We play about once a week, and so we keep a running tab. And at the end of the season, the winner collects the winnings, if you will. So after week 1, I wanted to post our standings. Joel's got some work to do to get back in the game, and it looks like Todd and Steve are real close there. And I got to try to hang on to my lead next week. So, again, appreciate those guys jumping on with me tonight and trying to kill some time during this time of isolation for everyone. So thanks again, and hope you tune into YouTube to listen to this podcast, and please subscribe and hit the bell down there so you get notifications when we post some more. So appreciate everybody. Take care and be safe and stay healthy.